Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. There's a mission called the Purge the Merge that we can play weekly, where we have to fight some evil shadow demons. There's two ways to be able to complete this mission. First, you can fight the big shadow demon, or second, you can prevent the smaller shadow demons to get together to form the big shadow demon. It will make a bit more sense once you see me actually fight those shadow demons. I'm not going to replay the mission, it doesn't matter if I have it unlocked or not. So you can get a mission for the Star Labs Commander Clark. So let's get this party started. I guess I'm gonna have to use a character that can take the mission.
Star Labs is here to help take on these summoned Shadow Archons.
So you pretty much have to complete 3 objectives. So either you defeat the big shadows 3 times, or you prevent the smaller shadows from becoming the big shadows 3 times. You decide. If we go to the map, so here you can see the area where the shadows will spawn. I've seen people who prefer to take this spot over here. I'm not sure why. There's probably a reason for it, but I couldn't tell you what that is. Personally, I kind of have a tendency to come down here, but usually I'll fly all around the map to find those objectives. Ooh, that's a scary looking guy. That's better. Let's summon our friend. So a suggestion is to use a pull move in order to pull the NPCs away from the center. You don't really need a pull move. So what if you do not have a pull move? If you just attack them, they will attack you. They will come towards you. Although I would strongly suggest stay away from the middle, because sadly if you're too close to the middle and you pull them in the middle, well they will turn into the big shadow guy. So sure, if you have a pull move, yeah, use your pull move. That should help you. But there's other ways to be able to pull them towards you. A simple way is just to attack them. As soon as you start attacking them, they will come towards you. Oh, and there we go. Let's try that again. So let's go over here. So as you can see, as soon as you attack them once, the little guy starts attacking you. So that's an easy way to be able to pull them towards you. And with certain powers, sometimes I'll have like if you can put down Inferno on the ground, as soon as the enemy spawns into your Inferno, they will take a bit of damage. I'm trying to mess up and I have a hard time doing that. Ideally, if you attack, let's attack him over here. Like sometimes if you attack a demon, oh, didn't work. Like basically I was trying to attack this little guy over here. I was hoping that by attacking him, he would jump toward my character here. But actually I ended up attacking here. Oh well. Because what would happen is that if you attack an enemy that is on the other side of the, I'm not sure how to call that, the little thing here in the middle. Sometimes what will happen is that they'll jump towards you and smack into the middle part. So you will kind of help the big shadow being created when you do that. And the same with a pull move. Like if I was, let's say, to have a pull move and I would pull the guy on the other side, I could risk pulling him smack in the middle here. Or if I stand here, like if you stand too close to the middle and then the shadows attack you, then yeah, they will quickly turn into the big shadow guy. So ideally you want to get away from the center, and also you want to pull them away from the center, but you don't want to pull them through the center. So if you see an enemy spawning over there, just move a bit and then pull him towards you. And again, if you don't have a pull move, don't worry, that's fine. If you just attack them, they will jump towards you automatically. They will pretty much attack you automatically. So that is how you can play the mission solo if you are not a tank power. Now let us switch to a tank character. So obviously the second option is to fight the big shadow demon. Ideally you want a full group in order to be able to do that. What if you do not have a group? If you do play as a tank character, you could solo the shadow demon. I was going to do it with a fire tank, but it turns out I already did that with my Superman character way back when. So I will put a link to that video in the description down below. So let us switch to my Earth tank. So let's turn into the evil Doomsday. Let's summon our friend Brick. And let's get this party started.
This is gonna hurt.
So ideally you should be able to survive fighting the evil Shadow Demon. And you should be able to give a little boost to your friend Brick. Brick basically keeps you alive. Although there's a shield or two you could use if you want to. But usually I'd rather have a healing ability. So that way there is some damage that gets transferred to Brick, but not everything. So if you have some way to be able to heal yourself, it kinda helps a bit. If you're lucky while you're fighting the demon, maybe someone will see you fight the demon and come and join you. But worst comes to worst, you can fight it on your own. Now why would you fight the demon as opposed to just fighting the smaller demons? It's quite simple. There are feats for defeating the big Shadow Demon. So ideally what you could do is that you could get those feats using a tank type character, and then you could use replay badges to purchase the feat for your alternate characters. Sadly, yeah, with a tank, it does take a while to defeat the Shadow Demon on your own. What can you do? But again, if you're lucky, you might be able to get someone to come and help you out. And again, you can decide also to... Maybe you cannot find a full group, but maybe you can find one, maybe 2 DPSs that could help you.
I look forward to a new future, one without derivative.
So sadly, the better option to be able to play DC Universe Online solo is to use a tank, and I would say a fire tank because you can pretty much heal yourself. Although with the earth tank, if you use your friend Brick, you can pretty much survive through almost anything. But obviously, worst comes to worst, you could cycle through your supply drops, you could cycle using your colas. It's kind of hard to pay attention to, I'm trying to show, can I pull back a bit more? I guess not. Like you can see, we can see the little shield above the evil Shadow Demon. It's kind of hard sometimes to see those symbols for the counter moves because the Shadow Demon almost goes out of the screen. I guess after a while you kind of know the animation well enough that you should be able to tell if you can interrupt or if you can block break the evil Shadow Demon. But it always helps a bit when you do have the little symbol above the character. And it does speed up the process a little bit when you counter, when you use the counters against the Shadow Demon. Evil Shadow Demon, he blocked just as I was attacking him. Did you see that? And obviously, your backups will help you speed up the process. What happened to my backups? It happens. Sometimes you get interrupted just as you cast your backups. It shouldn't be, but it happens sometimes. I tried to block break him a second too late. So sadly, there's no miracle. You have to fight the evil Shadow Demon slowly but surely. And again, no reason not to use the colas. So ideally, you want to be able to survive through the whole fight. And slowly but surely, you will be able to defeat the demon. So even if you do less damage like right now, it doesn't really matter because the goal is to still be alive at the end of the fight. Again, this is only if somehow you cannot get a group. And at the very least, you do have the option to be able to do it on your own. Ah. Somehow my block break didn't work. It happens sometimes. I probably was off a little bit, or maybe there was a bit of lag. That could happen once in a while. Too close, too close. Ah, there we go. Sometimes when you get too close to a wall, you can't really see what's going on.
The future belongs to us.
I thought I'd interrupted him. I guess not. Almost there, still on target. So here, our backup should help us at least a little bit. They didn't last long. So I guess that shows you how much damage the Evil Shadow Demon does to a non-tank. But if you are a tank, you should be able to survive your fight with the Evil Shadow Demon. Again, I messed up my block break.
True ambition can achieve.
Somehow it didn't work again. Oh well. Oh! So as you see, as we're almost done with the Evil Shadow Demon, someone finally decides to join the fight. Oh well. It's not a big deal. We were almost done anyway. But that's one of the good things about the tank, is that you can decide to start the fight on your own, and then someone else could decide to join you. Almost there. There we go. I'm gonna let our friend click on the demon because I don't really need it. So as a tank, you should be able to solo the Evil Shadow Demon. And technically you should be able to solo most content in DC Universe Online. But that's going to be a video for another day. But basically, if you want to play DC Universe Online solo, if somehow you play on a low population server and finding a group is challenging, playing as a tank would allow you to play most of the missions solo, especially the bounties in the open world. So there you go, guys. So that's how you can fight the Evil Shadow Demon. Either you fight the smaller shadows if your character is not a tank, or if you do play a tank type character, you can decide to fight the bigger shadow. You decide.